Okay, so if the Niners lose the toss, this wasn't Knicks. The Saints most likely will defer, and the Niners will get the ball first. If the Niners win the toss, they usually defer, if not always.
It's always. Yeah.
They put their defense on the field, which is, I think, inferior to their offense this year just because of who's hurt. Should the Niners start accepting the kickoff? I mean, the kick return? Nick?
I'll start with this one because this is the one that I've thrown out there. So going back the last couple of years, I first remember this really becoming a thing of teams always deferring. It's like across the National Football League, every team wants to kick it off to begin the game. So if you win the coin toss, you're really choosing to put your defense on the field first because you feel like you have an advantage getting the ball going into the second half. I remember that really becoming about during the Jim Harbaugh years. Maybe it was going on before that, but that's when I clearly remember the 49ers always deferring and across the National Football League. Mm-hmm. Looking at the 49ers this year, the team that they're putting out on the field, they're not built to come from behind. Every single time they've scored first, they've won the game. Every single time they fell behind, they've lost. So why are you putting your team? Kyle Shanahan's an offensive genius, supposedly. He can script plays to get you on the board first. So why do you put your team in a position where the defense has to get a stop before your offense goes on the field first? You have the opportunity 100% of the time because the Saints, if they win the coin toss, they're going to defer. You're going to get the ball first. If you win the coin toss, you got to decide. And of course, knowing what the 49ers are going to do, they're going to defer, but they have a chance to set the tone of the game. When you're going in as an underdog, a 9.5-point underdog, whatever they are, why would you not take that opportunity to show the Saints that you are for real, that you're going to make a statement and you're going to go out there and punch them on the mouth on the first drive of the game? So I'm all for breaking the trend that you should want to get the ball first, believe in your offense, that they can go put points on the board, and then let Robert Saleh's defense do his thing. Just don't get all analytical and everything, thinking we have a better chance if we get the ball in the second half. That's got to go. Throw it out the window.
I feel attacked with the analytical slander, but my whole philosophy with it is based off how the offense and defense have played this season. The game's over if the 49ers go 3-and-out on the first drive of the game. Like if they receive the kickoff, if they did what they did against Seattle that first drive.
Or Philly.
Then it's over. But then with the Seahawks, when they got the stop, there was a little momentum for a couple seconds until they did a Jerick McKinnon Wildcat. So I think as long as you stay within a score, within two scores, you have a chance if you receive the kickoff in the second half. But if they go 3-and-out against the Saints on Sunday to start the game, it's hard for me to imagine with an extra possession that the Niners would be able to catch the Saints.
You know, Maverick's probably right that there's no analytics to back up this argument, but I'm on Nick's side 100%. I don't care if what the math says. Before the Rams game, I think I put in in the live blog, we could go back and check it. It doesn't matter. But I think I said if the Niners win the toss, they should accept the ball and get the kick for exactly this reason. They can't afford to fall behind. They can't afford to give up on their running game right away. And, they didn't win the toss. The Rams won the toss, and I believe they deferred. And I was like, that's great luck for the 49ers because they would have deferred as well. They scored first. I believe they scored a touchdown on that first drive and never looked back. So, I'm totally for that. Again, Kyle Shanahan has to reorient his thinking. Last year, he had a defense that could carry them to victory weekly with Dee Ford and Nick Bosa. They don't have that anymore. They have a defense that's plucky, that's good and ranked top 10 in the league, but it's not talented. It's well coached. It plays hard. Fred Warner's great. You can't count on that defense to bring home wins. You got to do it with your offense. You got to, and you're the genius. I know you don't have your guys, but you still have you. So let's see what you got.
Mm-hmm. One more thing on the kickoff. Remember from my 3 thoughts a couple weeks ago, what do they have to do to get a kick return consistently to the 25-yard line? How many times do they have to not get it to the 25? Special teams is just interesting for the 49ers the last couple of years.
Have you noticed that teams are intentionally kicking short kickoffs so they have to take them out? That's what happened to Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis might have been instructed, hey, just do the thing with your arms and let it go over your head, but he caught it at the 3, and he's like, well, I guess I got to do this. Could have let it bounce. Oh, well, it's a live ball. It's a tough one. I don't think – if you let that bounce, I don't think you're going to be able to – I think you're getting benched. So it's a tough one. They need to get someone – how about Brandon Ayuk? Ayuk?
Walter looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't get it.
I wrote an article on this earlier this offseason, or in the offseason, why he needed to be the kick return and punt return. If you look at his kick return and punt return numbers, not even just at Arizona State, but what he did at Sierra College when he was at the JUCO level, he's an explosive playmaker. And I get you don't want him to get injured, but really go back the last several years. When's the last time a 49ers kick returner or punt returner or across the NFL has gotten hurt? It's really overstated that there's this false narrative that returners always get hurt. It's just an additional. Well, Dante Pettis, that's a good one.
Pettis notwithstanding.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a good point, Nick. That's a good point.